Ha! Gotcha. You're supposed to be making a YouTube video right now, huh? Instead, you're not making a YouTube video. You're watching YouTube videos. And man, it's all too easy to fucking fall into that fucking rabbit hole loop bullshit. And today, I'm gonna open your mind a little bit, make you realize, recognize, and start to improvise. Nah, I'm just kidding. But for real, I'm gonna make you recognize. I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why the average person ends up procrastinating and bullshitting and fucking instead of doing what they set out to do in the very beginning, which is make a YouTube video. And it's kind of hard to do when you're always fucking around, fucking watching other YouTube videos, just being content off other people's success, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, let's get into it. The first reason is procrastination. Let's just call reason number 1 the perfectionist procrastinator. So most people think they need the best camera, the best mic, the best editing, the best storytelling, the best CEO, the best all that shit. So instead of actually making videos, you just binge watch other videos on YouTube about whatever you think you're lacking in your endeavors, and that 10 times out of 10 that'll lead you to not making a video. The irony is real in that one for sure. So to get over that, all you gotta do is just set a fucking deadline, set goals, and keep them, you know? Just be realistic. Like, don't set no crazy expectations of yourself, like you're gonna make 3 videos in one day. That's just kind of not realistic. So just start simple. Just start is the main thing. You just gotta just start. And you gotta accept that your videos are gonna be kind of ass at first. They're gonna suck. They're not gonna be the best. And with every video though, if you're how the human brain's supposed to function and all that is, we learn from repetition, we learn from our mistakes, our past tries. Yeah, you just gotta accept that your first videos are always gonna be shitty, and there's really no way of getting around that other than putting in the practice and making videos to get better at them. You're never gonna, no one has ever started out making good videos. That's just not a thing. That's unheard of. And it just seems like people can start out doing that because they kind of have been doing it for years and you just haven't noticed. They've literally put their whole life into this, and they just make it look so easy that you think you can do it, but then you start to do it and you realize, damn, there's a lot that goes into this shit, and there really is. I mean, you just gotta hunker down and fucking strap in and fucking just embrace every moment of it, because it's all learning. You're gonna fail a lot. You're gonna fail miserably. You're gonna fail happily, or you're gonna start out failing miserably, but you got to turn that failing miserably into turn that into learning aggressively. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Yes, that's a quote, not from me, but that's a very endearing quote to my heart, because that I realized I am a straight up procrastinator, and I'm a perfectionist, and procrastination plus perfectionist equals no video. It equals no progress. It equals exactly what the system wants you to be doing, and that's to not make videos, and that's to not express yourself, and that's to be a follower and not a thinker. So get your thinking caps on with me here. All right, get your thinking caps on. I'm just trying to open your mind to some shit that is right in front of you that you always do, that I used to always do that, but not anymore. I'm doing. And the second reason people tend to find themselves fiddling around would be, I like to call it the comparison trap. And that's when you're looking at your other favorite creators, you're just browsing on YouTube and see all these successful people and all this stuff, and you're comparing them to you, which they've been probably put half of their life into this, and you can't really, that's not a fair comparison to compare someone that's been doing this full time for years to where you're just starting out. It's like, that's just not even a fair, that's not even a fair fight at all. So don't get caught in that trap that makes you feel like since you're not at a certain point in your life, or you're not successful, or you don't have the right credentials, that you can't do something because you can. And literally all it takes is for you to do it. That's it. That's the only difference between them and you, is that you're not doing it and they're doing it. It doesn't matter what they have or who they are or their credentials or their background. It matters that they're fucking making the video, and that's not that hard. You just got to do it. The problem is doing it it's really hard. It's easier said than done. I know I can sit here and say it's so easy, just do it. But yeah, I know, get me, I believe it. I believe you when I feel your pain completely, and I do not blame you at all. I'm not faulting you at all, because that shit is real, and I'm just barely getting over that. So like, if you want to start a channel yourself and follow me, and I'll subscribe to you back, and we can track each other's journeys and maybe build off each other and help each other give tips, because I obviously need some tips, because obviously this video is shit. And that's all right, because I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore, and I'm at the point to where I gotta just start. That's what I'm trying to tell you to do, is just start, because if I can do it, you can do it. Look at me, I'm fucking doing it. I have no followers. The third reason would be, I like to call it the research rabbit hole. Yes. Now wait. Reason number 3. Let's call it the research rabbit hole. Research rabbit hole. So you sit down to plan your video, and then you're like, damn, I don't know enough about this topic. Let me go do some research. You're gonna that's a fucking another trap. You gotta watch for them traps. It's the minute you find yourself scouring the internet for research, one thing, first you're trying to research about your topic, and then next thing you know, you're reading about the pyramids of Egypt, the Great Pyramid, and the Sphinx and all that. I'm very fascinated by that stuff, so that's actually really happened to me too many times to count, where I start out with goal, positive intentions, ready to make a video, decide that I need to learn or need to know one more thing about whatever I'm going to make the video about, and then I end up, like I said, browsing about the Egyptian mysteries and learning about all that stuff. And that's cool, don't get me wrong, that's cool, that's awesome, but it's also a waste of time when you should be trying to rewire your brain to start getting the dopamine hits off, putting the work in, rather than taking in other people's content, because that's going to release that obviously releases dopamine and serotonin as well in your brain. And all you got to do is rewire your brain into getting rewarded, think it's getting rewarded while you're actually making a video, and then that's the key to that's the whole, you will solve the puzzle, you will crack the code, you will knock down the door, you are in once you rewire your brain to start thinking that this shit is fun. It's really not fun. It's not fun at all. But it's also really not hard once you get past the fact that you're over. If you just got to be at a certain point. You got to watch so much content that it becomes like, damn, like I'm done watching content. I need to be the one making the content. And it's just a weird shift. Like I don't feel different or anything, but then again, everything feels different. I feel like a completely different person, because I'm so fed up with watching other people succeed that I'm doing it myself. And actually, it's kind of nice, and my brain it actually is starting to catch on to this, that this is the way it should be, and that is not the way it should be. So yeah, you just gotta, like I said, it just comes a point, like everyone has everyone's different, everyone has a different last straw. What your last straw looks like is different than mine. Mine was just way too much time, way too much just like energy into watching other people's videos, and I just felt like when I realized this, I was like, oh my god, what have I been doing with my life? I haven't been doing it, and now I'm doing it. So thank God I realized this. But yeah, I'm just trying to spread awareness and help you realize this, because I know there's millions of people out there with this same problem as me, because I'm no different from you. And the fourth reason, I kind of just went over all this, but it's the instant gratification trap. And that's basically where you're, like I just talked about this, I don't know why I didn't wait until this point to talk about it. But yeah, it's the reward system in your brain. You know, you're watching YouTube videos, even if it's a tutorial on how to grow your following, even if it's a positive YouTube video, it's still not helping you create. It's still not helping you put into motion any of the things you're learning in the video. Sure, they're great to know, but once you've seen like 100 of them, you've seen a million of them. And if you keep continuing to watch the same type of videos, even if they're different videos, you're not gonna get anything new out of it. You're not gonna take away anything from it. Once you've seen a good 10 of them, you pretty much are an expert in that in that niche or that field of study, whatever you're researching. And really all you got to do is just like I said in the first point, just make a curriculum, get a schedule going, get some goals, and make them obtainable. Don't be unrealistic with them. And like, say like you film for 30 minutes and then maybe you could sneak in a video after you film for 30 minutes. Because if and you gotta have self-discipline and willpower to only watch one video if you're gonna do it like that. Or you can just buckle down and fucking, YouTube is off limits while you're creating. That's what I had to do. That's what I have to do, or else I'll find myself it's just all too easy to get sucked back into that content digester and just digest content all day, and your dopamine's just gonna be going off. But now you just gotta switch it. That's all. You can still get the same amount of dopamine, and you're putting in the work, and you're doing it, and it's cool because when you do something new, your brain is like, you can literally feel your brain like, oh, this is new. Like, just like you can really take it in, all the sensory experiences, what it feels like, what it looks like, what it tastes like, all that shit. And it's like new experiences in your brain. Just try it. Just try a new experience in your brain, and you can feel the switch of like, your brain loves new shit. So like, as opposed to watching content all day, if you're trying to make content all day, your brain will literally love you. It'll be so happy with you, and it will want more of that, and it'll start wanting more and more and more of that feeling of creation. And that's the goal here, guys. That's what we got to work towards. That's literally it. Just making your brain want to receive the rewards of doing and putting in the action and working on your craft and creating stuff, whether it's art, music, cooking, anything. Just try some new, and your brain will love it. Your brain will be so happy with you. And your heart will be, your brain will tell your heart that you're happy. And your heart is just gonna reward you so much. And if it feels hard, if it kind of gives you a headache at first, and it feels hard and it feels overwhelming, that's perfect. That's what you want. That's how your brain learns to love it. Your brain will not learn to love it if it comes easy. Like, anything easy is just really not worth it. Anything easy or free is really not worth it. You're the product. If you're consuming anything that's free or easy to get to or easily accessible or open to everyone in the world, that's not, you're not using the product. The product is using you. Like, straight up. So like, social media is free because you are the product of social media. All they want is your data. That's literally why social media is free, because they want your data to see what type of advertisements they should pitch to you, to see what type of things you're interested in, and notice how, or yeah, that's for a whole different video. And reason number 5 is the legendary, the classic, the original "I'll start tomorrow" saying. Everyone says it in their head, oh, tomorrow I'll probably have a little bit more motivation. Tomorrow it might be better weather. Tomorrow it might be better circumstances. Tomorrow I might just feel better tomorrow. But the truth is, you're not going to feel better tomorrow. You're going to feel worse tomorrow because you didn't do what you needed to do. And then once you start doing that, it's like all those days pile up, and then it feels even worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where you'll never fucking start, ever. You'll get too overwhelmed. You'll be too far behind. You'll have wasted too much time, and then you won't ever start. And then and then you're gonna look back in 10 years, and then I gotta stop saying and then, but you're gonna look back in 10 years and be like, damn, I really shit away my 20s and 30s. Like, some people, there's 15-year-olds out there making thousands and thousands of dollars off doing something that you could easily do, you know, and they're like 15 years old. The only difference is they got some give up, and they actually give up, and some people are just wired different, but that's not to say that you can't teach yourself and rewire your brain. That the guy Joe Dispenza, the brain guy, yeah, you should watch some of his stuff if you've never seen any, because it opened my eyes, and it really fucking put shit into perspective about the bigger picture, and I didn't know that you can literally rewire your brain and reprogram your brain into doing whatever you want to do. Whatever your internal is that's what it reflects to your external. I'm sure everyone's heard this. I know it's really basic, but just bear with me, because I'm done talking about it. So we're done. And all right, enough watching me. Like, honestly, like, if you want to go check out my other videos, you can. Please subscribe, would be dope. I'm not gonna like force that upon anyone. You can do that if you want to. If you like me, subscribe. If you don't, peace. And but yeah, basically it's time to start doing and stop watching. That was the whole preface of this video, and that's all I'm gonna preach, and that's all I'm about right now, and I'm trying to learn that, working on that myself. And if you have any tips for me about content ideas or anything you want me to do or say or anything, I am so open to everything. I literally have 0 subscribers, so hey, but I ain't tripping. I ain't even worried, because I know that's just gonna come with time. It's gonna come. You just gotta tell yourself that. You gotta feel, you gotta believe it, you gotta know it, you gotta just embrace it. And I'm embracing 0 subscribers, bro. Like, I'm embracing it right now. I'm just soaking it up. I don't even care. And I'm gonna post this video unapologetically, because I don't even care anymore. It's like I'm done caring. So yeah, I'm just gonna post this and see what happens. Peace.